Welcome to Short Movie Channel. The movie begins with four girls who are friends: Diamond, DJ, Uzra, and Ryder. It's shown that Diamond is the richest among them. She calls her friends and invites them on a trip aboard her father's private jet, telling them they'll spend a few days at their villa in Thailand. The next day, they all meet at the airport and board the plane, where they meet the pilot, Jasper, who is very kind. After that, he enters the cockpit to start the flight. The plane takes off, and the girls sit together, each one talking about what she wants to do during the trip. DJ says she wants to drink a lot until she passes out, while Ryder hopes to have an unforgettable adventure. Diamond says she just wants to eat and sleep. Uzra dreams of meeting someone, falling in love, and getting married. They continue drinking and dancing until night falls. Diamond goes to talk to the pilot Jasper because she's interested in him. Jasper asks permission from the co-pilot, named Dang, and steps out of the cockpit to talk to Diamond. While they're talking, the plane enters a severe storm. Jasper rushes back to the cockpit and tells the girls to sit down and fasten their seatbelts until they pass through the storm. Once the storm clears, Jasper tells them the plane has experienced a malfunction due to the storm and that they will land at a nearby airport in Thailand, where a car will be waiting to take them to the villa. Once they arrive at the villa, the girls are amazed by its luxury, as it's equipped with all kinds of entertainment. Afterward, Diamond takes them for a drive around Thailand until nightfall, then they go to a party. At the party, DJ wants to buy illegal substances, but Diamond warns her that she might get arrested. The girls have fun and enjoy their time at the party, but DJ feels bored because she couldn't buy anything illegal, so she leaves the party alone. After a while, the girls realize DJ has disappeared and start looking for her. They learn from two girls at the party that DJ left with two guys to buy drugs. The girls find the two guys with DJ and try to take her away, but one of the guys pulls out a weapon and demands that they give him all their money. Ryder grabs a bottle, breaks it, and stands in front of them, confronting them and saying that they're not afraid of them. Suddenly, Jasper attacks the two guys, beating them until they lose consciousness. Jasper then tells the girls that this island is dangerous and gives them a note with his address. He says if they need anything, they can find him at that address. Diamond asks him who he is exactly, and he replies that he's just a pilot working for her father. Diamond says she doesn't believe him but thanks him for what he did. She leaves and the girls head back to the villa, where they find that someone has brought their bags from the airport. However, Ryder finds her bag full of illegal substances and suspects that it was swapped at the airport. Ryder wants to hand the bag over to the police, but her friends convince her to drink one of the substances and enjoy it, and then turn the bag in the next day. Ryder agrees, and Diamond takes the bag to hide it. They continue drinking all night and have a great time. The next morning, they try to wake up DJ but can't find her. They notice a note on the glass that says if the bag isn't returned, DJ will die. They conclude that the people who owned the bag broke into the villa looking for it, and when they didn't find it, they kidnapped DJ. The girls are scared for their friend and don't call the police. They decide to handle the problem on their own. Diamond tells the girls that the gang who kidnapped DJ might contact them at any moment and asks Uzra to answer the phone. She writes down what Uzra should say, and after a while, the phone rings. Uzra answers and tells the caller that the bag they're looking for is with them, and that they're not afraid. She says they know how to handle people like him, and that if their friend doesn't return, they will track him down. She hangs up the phone. Afterward, they are all happy with Ezra's performance, and start thinking about what to do next. Diamond tells them that the gang will contact them again to make a deal on how to hand over the bag and return their friend. Ezra suggests they should inform Jasper, but Diamond disagrees with her because she doesn't trust him, especially after his sudden appearance at the party. She asks Ryder where she hid the bag, and Diamond takes them to the secret room inside the villa, where she's hidden the bag with the contraband. They take a look at the equipment in the room. Diamond tells them her father likes to ensure his safety because he's rich and famous, and he builds secret rooms in every house he owns, filled with weapons to defend himself in case anyone attacks his house. He also trained her on how to use these weapons so she could defend herself if anything happened. Later, they go to a cafe, and a little boy comes to sell papers. He places a box in front of them, and inside is a video device showing a clip of their friend with a man named Spider. Spider, who is a venomous spider, injects venom into DG's body and threatens that if they don't follow his orders, their friend will die. He then gives the girls an address to meet him the next day, where they'll hand over the bag, and afterward, he'll return DG to them. The girls decide to head back to the villa to plan what to do the next day. During this time, Jasper shows up and is seen observing them from a distance. The following day, they go to the designated location for the exchange. Diamond and Ezra climb to the roof of one of the houses in the area to monitor Raider while she hands over the contraband bag to the gang. Diamond has a semi-automatic rifle with her to intervene quickly if anything goes wrong. They communicate with Raider using small earpieces, and Raider arrives at the location. She sits under a tree and finds a phone ringing under the chair. She picks it up and answers, just as a car pulls up, and two members of the gang get out. Their target is DG, but they have her face hidden. Spider tells Raider to hand over the bag to his men, and afterward they'll release her friend. However, Diamond senses that something is wrong, so she shoots at the girl, and they realize that it's not DG. Raider quickly runs off with the bag, but the gang chases after her and shoots at her. The bag falls from her hands. Later, Diamond and Ezra show up in a car, and they drive away quickly from the location. They reach the villa feeling very discouraged because the gang took the bag and didn't return their friend, which means they won't be able to rescue her. However, Diamond reassures them that the bag the gang took doesn't contain the contraband, and the contraband is still with them, as she had a feeling something was wrong. While they're talking, they see a news anchor reporting about the leader of a drug trafficking gang named Khan. The anchor mentions that he owns a fight club, which he uses to run his illegal operations. Diamond figures out that this must be the leader of the gang who kidnapped their friend, and she decides she's the one who will kidnap him. She and Ezra, along with Raider, head to the secret room, use the equipment there, and begin planning to kidnap Khan, the gang leader. Later, Diamond goes to Jasper, spends the day with him, and tries to figure out if he has any connection to the gang. The next morning, Diamond wakes up before Jasper. Diamond's surprised to find that the bag has been swapped with the one full of forbidden items from the closet. Diamond goes back to her friends and tells them what happened, warning them that they shouldn't trust Jasper at all. The next day, Diamond and Ryder go to the fight club, and Ryder is put into a match for a large amount of money, which surprises Khan, considering the crimes involved. But Diamond tells him that they love the challenge. The match starts, and Diamond sits next to Khan, talking to him. Diamond manages to make Khan like her, while Ryder gets into a fierce fight with her opponent. Ryder manages to beat him and win the match. Meanwhile, Diamond enters Khan's room and manages to deceive him, convincing him that she's going to have a relationship with him. But after that, Diamond leaves the room, starts yelling at Khan, and asks Ryder to get her bag from the room so they can leave. However, Khan follows her out to apologize, and at the car, it turns out that Ezra was disguised as Khan, and she removes her mask and gets in the car with her friends, speeding away. Then we go back in time a bit, and we learn that the bag Ryder brought into the locker room was filthy and had something hidden inside. When Khan entered the room with Diamond, Ezra attacked him, injected him with a drug, and placed him in the bag. When Diamond left the room, Ryder entered, took the bag with Khan inside it, and left with it, following Diamond. Later, Ezra follows them, disguised as Khan to avoid suspicion. At the present time, Diamond and her friends have Khan, and they tie him to a chair. As soon as they untie him, they ask him who he is and what he wants. They start telling him about the story of the forbidden bag and explain what's going on with Spider and his assistant. Meanwhile, a group of gang members arrives at the villa and starts searching for Khan, but they don't find him because he's hidden in a secret room. Diamond sees him on the surveillance screen and tells Khan that the room has soundproofing, meaning if he screams at the top of his lungs, no one will hear him. Suddenly, Jasper arrives at the villa and takes out all of Khan's men. Diamond steps out and points a weapon at him, but he tells her to calm down, revealing he's with the Drug Enforcement Agency, DA, and shows her his badge to prove he's an officer. He then hands her Ryder's bag and tells her that he knew about the forbidden bag from the start. He also knows that the gang was using her father's plane to smuggle drugs, with the co-pilot, named Deng, involved. The DA assigned him to this case, so he got rid of his position as a pilot and worked with her father to catch the gang leader. Diamond surprises him, saying she already captured Khan, the gang leader, to make the gang members release her friend. Jasper gets worried about her and the other girls, realizing that they could lose their lives because of what they did. Diamond tells him that within 24 hours, they can save her friend from the gang, and she asks him to come to the villa the next day because she'll have a surprise for him. Afterward, Diamond calls Spider, showing him Khan, who's tied up. She warns Spider that if anything happens to her friend, she'll kill Khan and hangs up. Then Diamond threatens Khan, telling him that she'll cut off his body parts unless he tells her where the gang is hiding her friend. Khan, terrified, reveals that the gang's headquarters is on a nearby island. The next day, Diamond and her friends take a boat and head to the island. Meanwhile, Jasper arrives at the villa, as Diamond told him to, and by bad luck, the secret room door is open. He enters and sees Khan, and Diamond left him a message with the location of the rest of the gang. At the same time, the girls arrive on the island and walk through the jungle until they reach the gang's headquarters, a large camp. They manage to sneak into the camp, place bombs, and move quickly. Then they detonate the bombs, causing a huge commotion. The girls and the gang members get into a fierce battle, and Ryder reaches the place where their friend, Dee, is being held. She kills the guard, takes the keys, and is about to free Dee from the cell when one of the gang members attacks her and tries to strangle her. Dee takes the keys that fell from Ryder, unlocks the cell, frees herself, and runs toward Ryder, saving her from the attacker. Afterward, they all head to the car to escape. However, Spider appears and shoots at Diamond. Uzra is driving and gets shot in the shoulder. Ryder returns fire on Spider, telling Diamond to take the car and escape with everyone in it. Ryder grabs a motorcycle, sets the camp on fire, and then follows her friends. They all escape the camp, with Spider and his men chasing them in their car. A big chase follows until they are surrounded by Spider and his men, about to be captured. But then Jasper arrives with the police, and they arrest all the gang members. The girls then head to the airport, and Jasper joins them. He congratulates them on capturing the biggest drug gang in the country and brings Dee back to them. The film ends, and if you liked the movie, give us a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.